3 challengers have now been defeated here in Tokyo, and as a result of us beating Haley, the vehicle we are now going to drive is the Saiku. And ironically, like the Vortex 5, it has the advantage of handling, and acceleration is also a serious advantage. And the model which this car is based on, realistically, is basically a 96 Toyota Supra. And as for the colour I'm going to race this thing in, well... yeah, let's race this thing in brown. I've actually not driven any cars in brown yet. So, the 2 challengers that we now have on the map are Nikko and Zen. I'm going to go up against Nikko first because, well, I figure since I've got a handling advantage, he should not be too much of a challenge, I don't think. So, I'm going to head this way and go after Nikko because I know his car will be crucial for our next few races.
I'm in serious trouble with the Yakuza because that sleazeball Ricky screwed me over. You're the only one who can help. Find Kenichi as soon as you can.
Okay, anyways. Well, what Gina doesn't realise is that we've already beaten Ricky. And I do have a feeling we'll be going up against... damn it. I do have a feeling we'll be going up against Kenichi pretty soon, who, believe it or not, is going to be our last...
That scumbag Ricky screwed me out of my car and now I'm in serious trouble with his associate Kenichi. You gotta find him and help me out.
Well... I am trying to see if I can manage to catch up to Nikko, and yep, there he is. And yep, okay, I just run into the front of him. Isn't that cool? Anyway. So, Nikko will be our next challenger before we go up against Zen. And yep, I am just running into traffic at the moment. Isn't that cool? Anyway. Hopefully both of Nikko's races shouldn't be too hard for me to beat, since I do have a good handling car. I've also got a good car acceleration wise as well, which should come in handy. And basically, I just have to keep following him.
You can see Nikko is better.
Okay, so still keeping up with him and hitting a truck whilst I'm at it. And apparently tipping over a truck as well, even though I don't think I was going fast enough to tip him over, but I guess he just decided to tip over anyway. Meanwhile, just trying to keep up with Nikko and waiting to see where the starting point is. Hopefully it's not too far from here. But we shall wait and see. Okay, here it is. And now I shall hand this off to the cutscene.
You can't fault this guy. This show no go is part of his own style. What you running under the hood, player?
Running something that's gonna kick your ass, Nikko.
What is wrong with everyone?
Hopefully. Anyways. Hopefully these next 2 races shouldn't be too hard because I do have a good handling car and...
What do you want?
yep, it is a wet one.
Nikko
Okay, so, you know what? This is gonna be my last and final attempt at doing this tonight, and if I do not manage to win this race tonight, then I'm just gonna leave it till the next day. So I can basically try again and try not to break every bone in my body whilst I do it. Because it feels like that's literally what's happening. It just feels like every single bone in my body is broken. And yet I'm still trying to do this somehow.
You need to go somewhere in need of backup now.
Because I think there's hope. Well, at least I'm actually staying with it this time. So maybe there is a glimmer of hope. Regardless of how hard punching this whole thing has just been. It's basically just been a suicide mission for its majority. And I'll honestly be amazed if winning this race tonight actually is on the cards. Because I've just been punched in practically every area I can be punched. Without spitting any blood. But it's still very, 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 very painful. Okay, not missing this. It's quite easy to miss this junction, actually. Okay, I've got an advantage now, so hopefully I might be able to pull this off. Come on, come on, come on! Ah! Christ Almighty. There is no way in hell that was a race. But I somehow pulled it off anyway. And Nikko finished in 5th. Well, sucks to be him, I guess. Wonder where the last place guy is. If there's any question I want to know the answer to. Did that other guy just finish, or has the game gone into a scoring error? I think the game might have gone into a scoring error. Is there any sign of him? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so I won that race in the end by less than 5 seconds over green. Then it was Dawkins who finished in 3rd, followed by Kramer, and it was Nikko who finished in 5th, and don't know where the other guy is. Presumably he must have DNF'd, so I don't think he's coming back. But officially, one race with Nikko is down, and now we must move on to his second race, and where hopefully it will be less of a tsunami.
I am a proud rice boy, and my image is extremely important. Time to drive. Let's jet!
Wonderful. However, I will not be competing against you tonight because, well, I think one super crazy race for one night is crazy enough in my opinion, so I'm gonna get back to this tomorrow. The next day. Okay, so it is a new day at the time of when I'm recording this, and after barely surviving the absolute chaos of that previous race, I'm honestly just hoping to God that this race will be just a little bit less chaotic. It would have been easy if it weren't for all the traffic and the cops intervening, but unfortunately that was far from the case, which in essence was what more or less screwed me over. And it looks as though this is going to be a repeat of that. As much as I don't want it to be the case. I'm at least prepared to take a punt. If that's what it takes. Even though this is probably going to take me a few tries to get it right.
See how good I am at that? Get ready! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! I'm beating you! You only have 10 seconds left! Backup. I need backup now. Repeat, need backup. It's not so far ahead of me. So far ahead, damn it! Everyone will be mad scared of you now, Squidhead.
You know, I am so relieved to say that I actually won this race. Fucking 53 minutes later. I literally had to be basically Dunkirk levels of lucky to somehow succeed with this. In other words, I needed basically an absolute miracle to somehow pull this off, and at the end of the day, after basically suffering in almost every area you can think of, the game actually managed to let me be lucky enough to win for once in my life. It actually helped me to win, in spite of quite literally everything that was basically doing their best of efforts to torture me and then rip me apart. And I think because of that, it's really starting to make me realize just literally how extremely hard and painful it is to work your way through Tokyo. Because in this game, Tokyo, I've said this before and I will say it again, it's basically a madhouse. And this is not a claim. Tokyo in this game really is a physical and mental madhouse. It's literally insanity in the worst possible areas of the human body. And yet I somehow stayed in it long enough to prove I could do it. I did also switch over to the Saiku, by the way, from the Bryanston 5 because, well, I figured since it was dry, the Saiku would have more of a shot of surviving dry conditions than it would wet conditions. Also, you better be ready for that delivery truck once it comes out, because I did not think once I hit that van I was going to win shortly afterwards. I was basically needing an absolute miracle to do it, and somehow I actually got my wish. And I somehow held off my opponent long enough to actually get the job done. I'm so glad I got this race over with today and not yesterday, because I would basically be shredding my hair out if I did, or at the very least pulling it. Anyway, let's continue.
When I became a racer, I do a 13-second quarter mile. I was the man. But now, if I don't run 10s or 11s, why bother? I got no car. Where the hell am I supposed to go?
I recommend you find a hotel, Nikko. And maybe if it's possible, you can actually leave me the fucking hell alone now. Hopefully. So we now have Kenichi on the map, and before him we'll be going after Zen, who, by the way, will be our other guy coming up. I am so freaking glad that I somehow got this done. Also, I'm pretty sure that colour's red. But anyways, yeah. So the vehicle we win is called the Knight, parts by Stillen. And it's basically based off of a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. I'm also pretty sure this car is going to be helpful for quite possibly our next two races. Because, well, if you thought all of that was chaotic enough, you ain't seen nothing yet. Also, we are now at 69.2%. in overall completion. So we're technically at a nice completion ratio. Or percentage. Anyways. After all of that trial, tribulation, and chaos, Nikko is down. And next up we will be racing Zen.